you did a good job, too. That was good.
Surprised I was able to get back up. I'm just glad. That would have been really embarrassing.
You know, that is the one thing about getting older is I can bend down, but I cannot get back up. It is what it is.
You're falling apart, Butch.
It's what happens.
We have more USA boxing.
Number 7. And I believe they said this is the last one before we hit our main card. A heavyweight bout.
Peyton Mayo versus Josiah Utt. Our announcer didn't even want to try that last name.
Just gave up.
Just Josiah. Josiah, come to the ring.
Josiah sounds good.
And he's coming out the Fortunate Son, which I walked out to in my last fight.
Oh, did you? So we know who Elijah's favorite is now?
It wasn't my choice,
No.
but it was okay.
Interesting, guys. This should be a lot more power in this fight. Let's see how this one looks, man. It's going to be hard to beat the skill of those last kids. They're amazing.
And you see that confidence that I talk about in Josiah Utt.
Picking up and passing over the corner, representing Lexington, Kentucky.
And you see Peyton Mayo fighting at a hybrid MMA. We saw quite a few of their guys fight on our last card under Sean Stefanik. They always look good.
Oh, yeah. Always questionable.
Big, heavy hands from Peyton Mayo.
You know,
Rocks his head back with a huge shot.
these guys are living it, giving it all. Look at that.
Oh, my
man.
God. And you got to think he's going to get a standing 8 if he keeps getting caught like
I'm
this.
surprised they haven't already. You know, again, USA boxing is a little bit different. This is normally they would have already called something, but he's doing a great job reffing too.
That headgear we see.
Yeah. Man, these guys are laying the leather. Let's go ahead and fight, guys. Let's go. Here they go.
Peyton Mayo definitely landing the bigger shot.
And I agree. That's now I see Josiah. He's throwing punches, but he's kind of stopped not looking at his target anymore.
Mayo's in his face.
Yes.
It's one of those things we talked about earlier. It's so weird to deal with a guy who's
looking at
constantly in your face.
I think Josiah's hurt. He's starting to turn around a little bit now.
You wonder, though, how long can Mayo sustain a pace like this?
Yes. I don't know. He looks pretty relaxed so far, doesn't he? And I would argue that's because he's just having his way with him, right?
This fight's not going to last much longer.
No, that should be a good standing 8 right there. Neutral corner. And look, he's not breathing hard at all. Peyton, he's got his mouth shut, breathing out of his nose. Very impressive for bigger guys here. Now look at those rights. Here comes another strong right. That right's landing every time.
Sledgehammer.
He sure does. Even those body shots were nice. Now, there's a point. I mean, those look good. Everything looked good. But if he had better footwork there, we'd have seen a little bit more damage. But he's doing great.
I almost think he might want to step back just a little bit.
I agree. And that's kind of what I meant by that is if he wants to really utilize and get the most damage out of those, he needs to get that footwork right and sit down on that right hand. It's a beautiful right hand
but
already.
Also, he's overwhelming him so much with that style. Like, you almost don't want to give him that space.
He sure is.
He's landing massive shots in that range.
And that's right. Look, that's the other thing. Probably what he's thinking, what's going on in his mind is if it's not broke, let's not fix it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right now, he's hammering him. But you just wonder, you have to set a pace you can sustain. He might want to relax a little bit. It's his first fight, I do believe.
Well, and this goes back to what we said earlier. This is more of one of those fights that looks like a rough and rowdy / tough man type of fight, right, where they're just going at it. It's a tough one to, this is not where you're seeing, like I would argue maybe that Josiah might have maybe a little bit different of a boxing background, but he came out swinging too, and he cannot get the distance to do anything else, right?
You see Sean Stefanik there in the corner. He's one of the best in the game. Just watching him work in the corners these last couple events, you can tell he just knows his stuff.
Yeah, nice, well-rounded gym. Like I said, earlier I was maybe not giving enough credit to the MMA gyms because they step in here and go for.
Oh, man. And we saw the spit flying on that one. He's got him in big trouble again.
And that's really the difference here is, Peyton's getting hit, but he's walking right through him,
This is a literal slobber knocker.
And still not breathing hard.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look at those right hands.
How much longer is this going to last at this point?
Oh, they stopped the fight. That was justified stoppage.
Beautiful. Beautiful job by Peyton Mayo.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's 15 years old.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's going to be a big old
like that.
Yeah. Wow.
15 years old, 260.
Here we go on the replay here. Look at this replay. Watch these right hands land. Just folding him over the ropes there. Very good stoppage there by the referee here. And look, this is accumulation of the fight, right? It's not necessarily the damage done right there, but, he took a lot of shots to the head. A lot. And again, this is USA Boxing. We're not looking for a spectacular knockout here. What we're doing is trying to protect these kids. And if you're seeing somebody get hit that much, sometimes you got to step in. He did the right thing.
Go talk to Peyton Mayo, a very promising young heavyweight.
Yes, I look forward to this interview, Elijah.
Let's give these two boxers another round of applause. Referee stops the contest 20 seconds into the second round for your winner out of the red corner, Peyton Mayo.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Peyton Mayo! My favorite, you like me is the stereotypical like anything. You have absolute sledgehammers in your hands. You're well standing in game boxing already. So what's that? You're state wrestling champion as well. Is MMA your home bout? Well, I can't already see my perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for